Well.
Next thing I want to clear before I continue is this thing about Ye Ethiopia and President Mahama saying Ye Ethiopia. Unless Hajia is dreaming this morning, because factually, President John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, has never, ever said anywhere Ye Ethiopia. Never. That's like a complete falsehood. That their role as MPP is to criticize. I agree with her. But I want MP to be reminded that your role is not to criticize. Your role is nation building. As opposition, yes,
we are working with you. That is
as
only if you choose to work with us.
As opposition,
criticism is part of nation building.
Now you're heckling when she's done, I'll continue. Let her go. Are you done, Hajia?
Very well.
Can I go on?
Sorry, continue.
Thank you.
Go on.
As opposition, scrap that. Let me rephrase. As a credible opposition, your role is not criticism. That's not your role. Because then what you do is you criticize unnecessarily. And when a critical issue like Galamsey comes out, and you should be speaking as a nation builder, you speak as a critic, which is what Hajia just did. NDC says come. Okay, thank you. How does that solve this problem? How do we move forward? If you're going to stay in your space of we have lost an election, sour grapes, our role is to criticize, that is all we will ever do, that's all we are good for. How do we move ahead and build Ghana? How do we do that? For me, our president has
come once again. So it's so sad. Say we are Ghana ye drui, we are Ghana ye drui. We still have some people, and they say we are communicators, some we are politicians, some we are MPs, some we are TV presenters. Our munim no cre, and some person be no cre. And Rami bremu video be ana Kevin Taylor. Sorry, anopawe. We bremu video be ana Kevin Taylor. Fire. Despite media presenter bako for lying to Ghanaians, minimo eka say another communicator ababe to bomb be na nsem more catch say NDC is a scam government. Since you say NDC is a scam government in nane say NDC for to MPP for if you are buying so. Na ye who said just recently Nimos ekua or more fight or move to Galamsey won soon asase so we be a here so muntu Galamsey or mutu Galamsey. Nimos for you qua na oma pamomo ebi mo monkrata semunko ya na ya pamo majo monkrata. Nimos for they were attacked by some people. Now according to reports batches one MPB ni DMB PM na osha MP na de no court. Court any ni delay. Party ni yom hefim. This NDC government is not working like the past government. So much obi say nipa ni to Galamsey ana aban na go kojina nechi. This government is not working that way. Now I think say no be ana ship a year communicator way ya ama na ba bontin all refer to the NDC government or mo scam. Or can send be ha na nsema no ka concerning Galamsey no. Me personally me hu ni say the NPP people no omu the NDC government as a threat, because you can criticize, but to go to the level of pretending say you don't know what's going on in the country, to say the NDC government is a scam. And so the NDC government more dollar now more they call 17 cities, 16 cities, so only about 12 cities. So what do you refer to? Why do you refer to the NDC government as a scam? Out of war, you show video we say what this side.
Unless Hajia is dreaming this morning, because factually, President John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, has never, ever said anywhere Ye Ethiopia. Never. That's like a complete falsehood that she has said. To buttress the point of then he came back and said, I'll be a better person. The premise is wrong, and so the conclusion is wrong. Let's clear that one. So now let's move along. What is Hajia saying? Let's start from my own reaction to the story. When you read out the story and played the video, myself and Hajia in the studio, both of us did not have the benefits of this story, because apparently it broke at dawn. When I was called to come here, I was at a program representing Her Excellency, late in the evening, rushed home to catch maybe 2-3 hours of sleep rush here, so did not see it. I believe Hajia herself did not see it too.
I just pulled it
But
out.
my initial reaction to the story was, if it is true, I said, and of course, I don't know, right? we all don't know. Nobody knows because the minister hasn't come to react. Honorable Collins, the MP, forgive me, hasn't come to react. Honorable Collins Dauda hasn't, we haven't heard them at all. I say I will give them the benefits of the doubt, assume that the story is not true until we hear from them. This is fair, this is equity, this is natural justice. Let's hear them. But I went further to see that in case it turns out to be true, nobody's shielding them. I don't even care if it's MPP or NDC. That is accountability. Now, what is Hajia's reaction to the same story? NDC is a scam. NDC is a... You see,
because of what
I agree with her when she says that their role as MPP is to criticize. I agree with her. But I want MP to be reminded that your role is not to criticize. Your role is nation building. As opposition, yes,
we are working with you. That is as only if you choose to work with us.
As opposition,
criticism is part of nation building.
Now you're when she's done, I will stop. Let her go. Are you done, Hajia?
Very well.
Can I go on?
Sorry, continue.
Thank you.
Go on.
As opposition, scrap that. Let me rephrase. As a credible opposition, your role is not criticism. That's not your role. Because then what you do is you criticize unnecessarily. And when a critical issue like Galamsey comes out, and you should be speaking as a nation builder, you speak as a critic, which is what Hajia just did. NDC says come. Okay, thank you. How does that solve this problem? How do we move forward? If you're going to stay in your space of we have lost an election, sour grapes, our role is to criticize, that is all we will ever do. That's all we are good for. How do we move ahead and build Ghana? How do we do that? For me, our president has shown commitment. He has put his heart and his mouth where it needs to be. I can sit here, if you give me the whole day, and compare the NDC and the MPP's fights for Galamsey. Hajia knows that the NPP doesn't stand a chance when you go there. When I see or when I hear the MPP communicators speak on Galamsey, I laugh. In fact, I'm not alone. A lot of Ghanaians laugh because it's almost as if, it takes losing an election to realize that Galamsey is such a big problem. Where have you been? When the president was speaking on Galamsey, and to his left was a named Galamseya, to his right was a named Galamseya, and he was telling us that he's fighting Galamsey. Where were you, Hajia? Where was your voice? So, please.
You didn't encounter me, I was here.
Please. We haven't forgotten.
And I sat here many times.
It's just been a year. It hasn't been that long. We know, we saw, we lived through your non-commitment to Galamsey. We heard you. We saw you. We experienced it. We protested. And when we protested, you arrested us. So, let's not do that this morning. We are moving forward. We are building this nation. We are resetting this nation. As a government side, we are showing commitments by not constantly referencing the horror that we lived through under the MPP's fight against Galamsey. I didn't do that this morning. There's no need to do that. I'm moving on. I'm saying, if indeed this is true, let the laws work.
Yeah.
Let this MP face the consequences of his action. Because I'm minded that this Galamsey issue is a serious issue. It's not one to play political gimmicks with. It's not one to do propaganda with. It's not one to score points with. This is a national issue that requires a national attitude in resolving. And I hope and pray that Hajia is minded.
Annie.
So Evans Dinko Gary sent me something. He says that this is a river. This is a river in Achim. He sent me the video of the river where the color of water returning to normal. Ebisime Kropong. 9 months work to schedule should be commended together with the GM.
Good to know.
Led government. Now, what happened in the Susifi is a victory for the fight against Galamsey. We should not take mentioning of the two MPs' name for discussing or leaving the success arrest of the Galamsey. As MPP always want to find equalizer, but he says that. Kwabena will be put on as well. He says that updates on their half of Shidiam 9 months attack. Speaker of Parliament has this morning given the Ghana police green light to start investigation and prosecution against the NDC MP allegedly involved in the Hajia attack. He found culpable. And he says that my checks this morning shows that Colin Zelda is not in town and therefore could not be reached.
Accountability.
I'm sure
accountability. Swift, prompt action. Accountability. When you are culpable, the president has said it over and over and over again. His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, he said this over and over again. He says, if you are found guilty in my administration, I will not shield you. I will not shield you. He said this over and over again. In fact, he's cautioned all appointees. Don't even be involved in legal mining. Not illegal. Even regular legal mining. If you're an appointee of mine.
Oh, really?
Yes. Okay. Do not touch it. That's why I spoke with the vim that I did. Because I know. Yes.
Yeah,
I know that his commitment to Galamsey is from his heart. He means what he's saying. Okay. This thing happened at dawn. This morning, Speaker of Parliament says, green lights, go and deal with them. I mean, no words.
Very reassuring.
Absolutely reassuring. This is how you deal with a canker like Galamsey. This is how you do it. Let's see how
far it goes.
This is how you do it. This is how you show commitment. This is political leadership.
I pray it goes well.
It will go well, Hajia. Absolutely will go well. Let's come.
This also video we NPP communicator I friend Hajia Rabi nin samo di beturia live on a morning show ewo Metro TV and Hajia Rabi pass this comment. Now pass this comment NDC ni fans pero NDC ni the fact upon fact she stay pa enye fini na say and Ghana politicians especially the MPP who NDC as a threat, referring to Obia Wababwa, a change in your statistically. Omampini Mahama ne teneche. We are not seeing corruption. But more time, we saw corruption upon corruption. As at now, yeshishe keno foriata cry no. Mwa dogini na refer to Obia Obaye no, dia mo say no, or shishe ni ye no, referring to that person say, Sani pano na buying a scam. Out of 4 days now, I mean, why didn't you comment anymore? Yet the more updates about Queen.